Hello there, Aries. This is your weekly reading for February 1st through the 7th. Now, those of you that are familiar with my usual readings, I normally use my Spirit Science Patch Tarot, which focuses on personal and spiritual development. But this week, I'm going to be doing a rune cast. Runes are similar to tarot cards in that they each have their own definition and meaning to them. So you can find some correlation between each rune and a tarot card. They're not very similar because, you know, different means, different mediums, different messages. Okay, so what I will do is I will take my stones and I will cast them. And this part that lands in here is the general, atmosphere of your week, and this is going to be what's going to be coming up for you for this week. Higher self, subconscious, past. So it's very similar to a Celtic cross spread if you were doing tarot. And then we're going to finish it off with an oracle card because these have been talking a lot recently and I'd like to incorporate them more since I only use them on my monthlies. So, without further ado and much more jibber jabber, let's go ahead and get started. Now, my runes, I use the Elder Phthark and the Younger Phthark. So, it's also a mix between like Icelandic, Germanic, a lot of Norwegian and Finnish influences on these stones themselves. Okay, I'll stop talking, Aries, and we'll get started. Aries, Aries, Aries. Okay, what do we have for you, Aries? Now, what I do is I read the ones that are face up. The ones that are face down are usually hidden influences or stopping energies. I only focus on those if there seems to be a message that you might be missing or I feel that it would be helping growth. Otherwise, we won't focus on them because that would be a distraction of your focus. So let's go ahead and get started with the central energy, which is Dagaz. This is Dagaz. Dagaz is happiness, good fortune, and prosperity. This is major changes will soon occur for you, okay? Laughter, fun, wonderful new experiences, beginnings of new eras. We have breakthroughs followed with a period of frustration from hidden info. So this could be like the Ace of Swords realization, where you get information and you're like thrown off kilter by it, but in the long run, this is actually really, really good news. When troubling issues do show themselves, okay, take a more enlightened role on it because this is actually like a divine path intervention that's going to be putting you onto a new path for yourself that's going to bring you that happiness and prosperity. Okay, so that's your central energy. Now, before we go forward, we're going to go higher. Your higher self here in universal talking and messages. This one is T-Wise. Hold on one second. Yeah, T-Wise. You got T-Wise in reverse, and I do read mine in reverse. I read my tarot cards upright in their positions, but in reverse, this could be like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. This could be someone working, I don't feel this is directly you, okay? But if you're a woman, you may have had some mistrust with male energy in your life. That it could be friendship or family or even when it has to do with business, but you know that this is a very shallow relationship and not to invest yourself into it. So with this happiness, you're like, I'm going to make sure that it is a deep, connection with somebody before I proceed with this because I am done playing those games and dealing with people that are only wanting for themselves. This has to deal with a lot of selfishness from other people, but I also feel that maybe you are processing areas that maybe you were selfish in and could have been more liberal at. Because tied with that energy here is Thurias. I mean, Ingwas. I apologize, Ingwas. So for the women out there who are having issues with their men, this is definitely a male rune. And so all you men out there that have been, in a doubtful state or insecure or feeling like, maybe you messed up somewhere, having like any type of doubts, just know that this is a rune about health and fertility and well-being of men, okay? This is going to be fertility of mind and motivation and energy to start new projects, new jobs, change for the better, okay? Just make sure to tie up all your loose ends and finish up your old business. So, like, if you're only like $300 away from paying off this thing, do that. If you got a credit card that you could pay off that, this is going to give you more productive opportunities, okay? So you're going to start feeling better about your new perspective here, okay? Things are getting better. And for the women that have been worried about their men and maybe have had some conflicting energies about where they are, just know that they're going to be more solid in themselves and get more self-confidence again. And with that comes a more cooling of the emotions and not so readily like irritable or snappy, some of you out there. So a past experience, we're going to the past here before we go to subconscious. I like to go counterclockwise. So past experience is Wunjo here. Is that Wunjo? No, that's not Wunjo. It's Thurias. That was Thurias. And Thurias is in reverse for you as well. So in the past, what it is, if you were in doubt, you chose to do nothing, okay? And that is what's helping you here when trying to establish true relationships and strength of character with somebody, as well as strengthening within yourself for the men out there. Yeah, so this was definitely a step back and review because you knew it was too risky. Now, way in the past, so this was a more recent event for you. Now, in the past, here you have Sowelu. And Sowelu is love. It casts a warm glow over all these other stones. So these are some people that you really care about, but you've learned not to trust them when they're going through those situations, that you kind of have to step back, pull yourself back from those situations. So it's all based in a deep-rooted love. And for the key of your happiness here, that you really need to judge the situation for what the situation is, because subconsciously you're working with this energy of Hagal, and Hagal is unforeseen perils and things like that. So you're running on this energy of it can go wrong, it can go wrong, it can go wrong, bad things can happen, and that's not a good energy to be running off of on the fear thing, because underneath it here you have Tilas in reverse, Alga's in reverse. And that has to do with health problems or concern of your own welfare. So it's like dealing with insensitive people that don't really understand your situation here, and maybe that can create these situations that you don't want to be in. And deep down underneath you, this is Wunjo, this is love, this is happiness, and it's flipped on its side, meaning that you're kind of in limbo about how much you should really invest yourself. Now, if this is somebody, I'm getting a lot of romance out of this. This is very lovey romance readings here, so we're going to go into that area to be more specific. You just don't know about this person. They're cool one minute and they're hot the next minute, and you don't know if investing yourself in this person's life and having them in yours is going to cause perils and bad things for you. You're just in limbo about how you should commit yourself to that person. Now, if this is a job, if this is a career, you have all this back experience and feelings that it's not going, something bad can happen. and if you should really invest yourself in that situation. That's why you've been really looking into it and making sure you have all the information that you're needing here. So a very suspicious energy, but that's also a very self-protective energy. Coming up for you this week, we have Gibo, okay? And Gibo is tied with the gods. Now, Gibo is a very happy card as well, because this has to do with the donor or recipient of a gift. All is well, okay, if you both agree on the limits and conditions of this said gift. If you are giving in this situation, and you are giving in this situation, give with an open heart. All right. So if you're about in limbo about giving with this to this person, and also you have this warm souli because you do really care about this person, give with an open heart. And if this isn't now, then you're going to feel honor bound to help somebody soon. Okay, judge exactly what to give so that you're not going to cause like a codependent behavior with this person, or be like, why did you even bother? Have that person think that about you, like you're stingy or cheap or something like that. Now, if you're the person receiving the gift from this situation, the payment would be gratitude. Show them that you really do appreciate that, because if you don't show that you appreciate it, then that person is going to feel kind of hurt about it. So when it comes to this study an unsure situation, if you give with open heart. If you receive with open heart appreciation here. Now, coming up for the rest of the week, these energies that you're going to be moving into, we have answers. So this with your higher self, with the new changing and the energies of the healing here, you're having fast changing situations coming from this whole energy. New circumstances, maybe not knowing how to proceed fully with it, but your unconscious does know, and it comes through dreams and coincidences. So be observant of universal communication around you here. Okay, a helpful person will be coming very prominent for you, and they're likely to be older. Use your words and wits to remove from your restraints. And this is going to be like feeling like you've been touched by the cosmos. So it's like a divine, like, boop, there it is, stemming from this Gibo energy. And that's going to spring you forward to where you're going. And your underwriting energy, moving from this Hagal and this Tivars and Algiz and Wunjo, we have Awas. Large concepts, major projects, exciting adventures, speed up of events, travel to new location, provide some crave stimulation. All right, and this is going to be partnership with an equal, strong-willed person. So this has to do a lot with teamwork. And so if you're looking at career, this is definitely a new job and somebody that's going to be helping you through it. If this is school, this is working on a project together and being able to have some guidance coming through for you of an older person that very knowledgeable, usually a man. This energy usually represents as a male, but it could be a very strong female. Now, with the connection of this new, fast-moving, large concepts, teamwork, and things speeding up for the better, we have this connective energy of Pertho, but Pertho is in reverse for you. So we're going to look at this. When in doubt, wait this out, okay? So that's what this is telling you in the past experience. If you are uncertain how to go through, if you feel very like you overestimated or overplayed a little bit in the situation and took on maybe more than you should, okay, this is going to be a wait it out. Or if you got yourself into a situation like that, this is just a wait it out, all right? And what you're not knowing, this hidden influence for you, is Jera. Endings and new beginnings. Your present trials are ending, a fresh start, and reaping rewards of past efforts. Okay? Joy, relief, personal success, new home contracts, finalizing of agreements. Now, if this is going to be a long-term goal, you can expect finalization of it within 12 months because this Jera is representative of the number 12. So anything that happens in like 12 days, 12 weeks to 12 months, but usually falls within the year spectrum. And that's why this is a hidden influence that, yeah, you don't want to be disenlightened about your prospects of your coming future, because it can take a while to really get to that level that you're wanting to achieve. Okay, that's what we have for you on this. Now go ahead and pull you your oracle card. We have meditation. Meditation is a creative process. It is not something we do or need to learn. It is simply a connection back to who you are. It is called a practice because it is training you into alignment to just be, in a space of allowing thoughts and feelings rise and fall without you having any attachment. In this allowing, easy, non-resistant space, you may realize there are aspects of yourself that you need to heal or recognize. Be you, for you are wonderful. Okay, Aries. Wow, you got a lot going on. You got a lot of new starts and these endings, okay? So these endings are going to create that friction, but the endings have to happen. And this is part of the divine path with this new energy flip the switch for you. This is similar to like the death card transition card in tarot. With the tower, this is a new beginning. This is a new way, and it is going to be more fitting to what you want to experience for the rest of your life and what person you want to be. All right, Aries, if you enjoyed this rune reading and you'd like to see more, let me know in the comments because I will be doing the tarot readings next week. If you did enjoy the rune readings, hit me up in the comments, let me know, and also let me know how these energies play out for you guys because I'm a bit nosy and I get invested with you. I am invested with you. Okay, you guys, like, subscribe, share, comment, and I'll see you later.